The Overwatch 2 beta is finally here, and there's a lot of excitement around the scene. With big changes to a few characters and a bunch of new content, it feels like I'm a kid again waking up on Christmas Day. I know it sounds cringe, but give me a break. I have waited years for this, okay? Regardless of the excitement though, there's been quite a few hot takes and complaints already. Some saying it looks like Overwatch 1 with a new hero, and others complaining that the support role is just too weak. I'm here today to discuss the latter of the two in an argument that support is arguably in a better place now in Overwatch 2 than it was in Overwatch 1. It was clear that in 2018 with the release of Brigitte that support wasn't exactly the same. With the release of that character, supports were overbearingly strong. The 3 tank 3 support GOATS composition was dominant for a reason. Supports being in a better place doesn't mean that they are stronger, but that they are much more balanced, allowing for a much more enjoyable playing experience. Supports should not have the survivability that they did for so long without drawbacks. Zenyatta and Brigitte compositions had the best of both worlds, with insane survivability and a ton of damage, as well as just enough healing for the team. They just did too much. Moira has great survivability, but it comes at a trade-off for her lack of utility. Ana has great damage and healing potential, but she has to choose between the two. Characters that require the player to make trade-offs and understand the consequences of their decisions are fundamental to making the game more engaging to play, watch, and improve at. That is exactly why, even as a support player myself, I enjoy the changes that Overwatch 2 has made, taking away a tank and weakening the defensive stronghold of Brigitte. Removing the crutch of Brigitte challenges players to execute their mechanics in ways that integrate a higher understanding of the game as well. Before it felt as though supports either had to be really good at aiming or really good at thinking, but now that there is one less tank, there will be more demand for both of these skill sets. For example, when playing Zenyatta, it is arguably more difficult to play in the Season 5 composition with Lucio compared to recently with Brigitte. When with Lucio, a tracer in the backline was much more difficult to deal with, but not impossible. If the Zenyatta player was unaware of what to do, they were punished easily. But if the situation were the contrary, the player stood a chance, if not an advantage if they were skilled enough. On the other side, with the Brigitte, even if the Zenyatta has no clue what they were doing, so long as they stood next to their brig, they were much safer. This is by design, but I argue that it should require more out of the duo to achieve this advantage. In Overwatch 2, it does exactly that, forcing the duo to play much smarter if they so choose to play Zenyatta and Brigitte, which I particularly enjoy. It is easy to perceive the change as killing characters like Zenyatta, Brigitte, and Baptiste. Initially, these characters will feel weak, especially since they have been viewed as broken for so long. Keep in mind, however, that this is just the beta and characters will probably get adjusted accordingly. Given ample time, I am sure they will be tweaked to balance their power out. At the end of the day, demanding more skill out of the game is no doubt a good thing. Even if it doesn't feel perfect right now, this is the direction the game should have taken before the introduction of Brigitte. It won't be perfect, but it is a good sign that we are back on track for the future. Overall, I think the 5v5 change is going much better than expected. All the changes will do good for the game, I believe. What do you all think? Is support too weak now, or is it just nice seeing a role from a different angle? If you are interested in more Overwatch 2 content, make sure to give the video a like and consider subscribing. I focus on creating educational as well as entertaining Overwatch content, leveraging my past experience in the Path to Pro scene. I plan on streaming a lot more once I am done with finals next week, so be on the lookout for that as well. Thank you so much for watching, but until next time, I've got a peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one.